it's close to the end. Well, okay, I hope it is close to the end. Right, I don't. Was that an ending?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Okay. Does he want to rule in Mum's favour because he didn't want to set a precedent, but I don't think he wants to rule... Oh, okay. Okay. New content. Is this even...
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Okay. Oh, God. Oh, God. Halo in the game. This is... It's trippy. It's trippy. I don't know. I don't know. I like it. Don't get me wrong.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable
This guy's
and
obsessed.
about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
What? Oh,
Yes,
wow.
you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
This is epic.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
This is great. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. Old busted. New hotness. This is epic. This is epic. Look at this.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it.
Okay.
I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them.
How are you going? Have you been doing any art at all? Have you been doing any...
Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Any pencil work or anything? Have you been working on anything at all? This way to the show floor. New features. It's like a friggin' cinema. This is epic. You kidding me? This is phenomenal. Oh my god, this is ridiculous.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Shut up, what? Job search again today, but I've been playing Kingdom Hearts 2. Oh, nice.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is.
Tony,
Here,
how's it going,
let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as
Why didn't
Jim,
that work?
falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
What?
If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Oh, dude.
There you go. There he is. How's it going, man? Imagine your name is actually Jim. How much that would have tripped you out.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Okay.
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time.
This
If
guy.
this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Jim.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Jim.
Okay, it's gone. It's gone. Yeah, it was good, man. It was good. We had a good time at the pier. We went back there today to go swimming as well. It was good. Really good. Really good. Had a nice couple of
I
days.
suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Epilogue. There's so much going on here. Jump circle. The button that says name of the player. Infinite hole. Please no screenshots. Reassurance bucket. Oh my god, finishing today, like back in tomorrow for 2. Oh, nice, man. Nice.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical.
Where is it you're
And it
going?
engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy
You're going to the Isle of Wight, I remember.
to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's
The
true.
reassurance
As long
bucket.
as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal.
Okay,
and
I want
perhaps
you to win.
Even comforting.
I want you to
You may
win.
even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Just pick up the bucket.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just
carrying a
holding
bucket.
it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
I'm carrying a bucket.
The benefits of the bucket seem
Annie,
to
you
go on and
okay?
on, don't they?
How's it going?
All this and more
Have you been to Isle of Wight before, guys? Have you been to Isle of Wight before?
await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I'm going to take the bucket with me.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
I don't know why. I don't know why. What's this? No screenshots. New feed. This is tripping me out, guys, if I'm honest. Free new and easy trophy. Infinite hole. Collectible. This is so weird. This is so weird. Exit. I don't want to go to the exit. I wanna go to the infinite hole. Where's the infinite hole at? I'm gonna no worries at all, man. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. I've now got the 9-tailed fox mount. Nice. So yeah, my lurk message isn't coming up either. Look at that. Rim surrounding area depth infinite.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Oh, great. What, we just jump in the hole? Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so.
Oh, wow.
Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
What if I want to just keep going?
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
What happens if we don't do it?
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
Oh my god.
Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
I had to press it because I felt like I was going to crash into the bottom. I got scared. I bottled it. It's not infinite, is it? It's not infinite. I was definitely going to crash. That is not an infinite hole. That is not an What's up there then? What's up here? I can't go up here. Damn it. It's not an infinite hole. Jump in the hole again. I'm going back in. What happens if I hit the bomb? It's an ending? What about the rest of the... What else is there to see here? There's an easy trophy. Oh, I'm going in. If Indy says go in, I'm going in. Cobra Rexe, Tiny Asda,
and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole.
Thanks, Ames.
It's exactly what you're doing right now, but
it's my favourite bucket.
There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I've prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know, I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
How are you, Ames? How are you?
If that works for you,
how are
then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
What if I want to stay down here in this hole with this bucket? The reassurance bucket. Is there anything else I can do? No, that's pretty much it. We don't need going again, do we?
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much.
I just love them.
A
love
normal
'em.
person would have said,
I
"Yep,
love
that's
'em.
an infinite hole right there. Goes
hole
on
and a
forever
bucket.
till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of...
Hole in a bucket.
Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
Massively
I couldn't help but
shorter.
feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here.
All right.
If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled.
See ya.
Gosh, how could I have guessed?
Back in again.
You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where...
It's getting shorter. It's
Okay.
getting shorter.
Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite.
I think you're right.
I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall
I
standards
think
for
you're right.
accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Okay. Cheers, James. Got some S. Pellegrino. Some sparkling mineral water. Because I know how to treat myself. We're only drinking water for the summer. So hot water, cold water.
Well, there it is.
Oh,
The
wow.
shame of my luck. How is this still appealing to you?
I'm
I
stuck.
know you're obsessed with holes, but at this
stuck.
depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch.
I'm stuck.
Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Oh,
Is the
Schweppes.
teleport button not working?
No.
You sure?
I'm pressing it.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation.
I can't get out of the hole.
Working just a moment ago. Try
I
it
can't get out of the
again.
hole.
Still nothing.
I can't get out of the
Well,
hole.
I suppose there's
Exactly.
one thing I can do to fix this.
Exactly.
I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else.
Well, I'll keep the bucket then.
Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
What? I'm stuck in the hole. I'm stuck in the hole. What the hell was that? The hell was that noise? The hell do we do? Oh my god, it's going down. Was it going down? What the hell's going on? What the hell is going on? Oh my god, it's so loud! It's so loud! So loud! It's like the loudest music in any game ever. Oh my god, it's me. It's me. No, I don't like that music. Nor that.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up the space of mine. My head's stronger.
Nah, I don't like that music either. It's going off. Look at that. Flying through. That's Harwich Beach.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley?
Oh, you're
Oh, good,
joking.
you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley.
That was epic.
Because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it.
That was epic.
You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole?
Okay.
From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole.
Oh my
and
gosh,
I'm
that
looking
was
forward
epic.
to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
I want to go back down. Is it going to go down again? I'm just forever stuck in a hole. Oh, we're back in. We're back in with number 2.
Here we are. Go on.
Oh my
Try
God,
out some
we're
of the
back
new
in.
features.
Mostly infinite hole. Mostly infinite hole. Let's go. It's mostly infinite.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get
Balloons?
Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
This one.
You know, sometimes when you solicit
What
another person's
is going
opinion, it
on?
makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
What? I pressed the other one. Son of a biscuit. Alright. Alright. Rude.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Okay. New easy trophy. Let's do it. What is this? Pull the lever, receive your trophy. Where's the lever then?
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, pull as that.
I have a bucket. I'm just going to pull this lever then.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
How many times can I pull this? Is it coming more? Is that doing any more? No. Nothing. Okay, well. Alright, that's that then. That's that. Okay, well. Whatever do you mean?
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Oh, the jump circle. There we go. Still got jumps left.
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
I won't use them all. I'm not going to use them all. Not going to use them all. Need to save some because you never know when you might need jumps. I think that's everything. The button that says the name, merch, settings work. What? Where's that? Settings World Champion. What's that? Settings World. What? The hell are they on about? Collectibles. What's this? Can you find them? Can you find them? Can you find them? What the hell is this?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley
What
Parable
is
2,
this?
you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
What is this guy on about? What is he on about? What's this? There's a load of... What is this? There's a load of body... What? Well, this is horrendous. What? Well, that... Okay. That was different.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Yeah. Tragic. Well, I need to go back through here and turn left, I think. Oh, there's merch. What is this? Settings. Office decorations. We've got the bucket. There's merch. That's lovely. The button that says gym. The button that says gym. What? What? What's in here? Epilogue? What's up here? I must admit, there's a lot here. Settings World Champion. What is this then? Okay. Settings World Champion. Can't get in there. Okay. Don't know what that's about then. Oh, that must be it. Okay, we're gonna... What on earth is going on? Right, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna try and leave. God knows where I'm gonna go. Not a clue. Not a clue. Yeah, who's up for the next Twitch meet? Because it was super fun.
All right.
guys.
Have you seen everything you wanted to?
Yes.
Ready to move on now?
Yes. There's a briefcase. What is going on up here? This is so trippy. What's this?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind.
What?
Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here
Wants to come and if she gets a train. Yeah, that's a good shout. That's a good shout.
we go. Version 2.
That's a great shout. This is
Who am I
ridiculous.
kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags.
Yeah.
And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything
I think we saw him the other day and he was over the park, wasn't he? I think he was over the park near us. Hanging out and stuff.
to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course.
Nice,
with respect,
nice.
with care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
What on earth is going on here? He's done. He's done it. He's done it. Is Roy normally playing football? Yeah, that's it. Only downside of aims come and can't wander up. We remember that time. Yeah, that's true. There's actually sentence. This is ridiculous. Begin the game. What is going on?
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Press X to skip.
Stanley worked for a
Oh
company
my
in a big building where he was employee number 427.
What is going on?
Employee number 427's
There were balloons.
job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Okay. Right.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Standing
Something that would forever change
I'm so
Stanley.
confused. I don't know
Something
what's
he
going
would
on.
never quite forget.
I don't know what's going on.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him
there's
instructions,
balloons.
call a meeting, or even say hi.
There's balloons and
Never
it's
in
freaking
all
me.
his years at
It's
the company
freaking me
had
out.
this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable
Right, the
to
game's
move
restarted.
for the longest time.
But with
But as he
balloons.
came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Right. There's balloons.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's a bucket. There's the bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
I've got the I've got the bucket. Let's go. This is hilarious. This is hilarious.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay, we're going. We're going.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now.
What?
It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend.
I'm out.
You can't hand it over. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Can we go in here? Oh,
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember,
my
no
God.
reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I tried.
As
So,
if.
I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
What a moment. What a moment. I was actually so stoked to just find that. Maybe there's one in here. Oh, we can't go in there. We can only go in here.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
I can't remember
Even
the number.
now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always.
This
The
bucket.
would, and he knew it.
This
The
bucket.
two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the pin number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Was the bucket guiding me?
This is certainly the most logical explanation.
Down we go. I'm just doing the same. I think we're just doing the same. I literally have no idea. I have no idea what's going on.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket.
The bucket
Soothing
is
him,
good.
comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Don't know what that little drawing's for.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Boom. We made it.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
I've already been here, but not with the bucket. And that is making a world of difference.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
427. That's
Everyone
us.
in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
Good question.
These questions
Good
raced
question.
furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
This is deep. This is deep. Me and this bucket.
But
this
here
is
was
deep.
the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
I can't go anywhere. There's nowhere else to go. I can only go up here, as far as I can see. Can I walk into this lava thing? Maybe. I don't know what this is. What is this hole? We can't do anything in here other than go up here. We can press the number 5 though.
Hello there.
Hello there, Gab the Cheese. How's it going, man? How you doing, dude? Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you being here, dude. How's it going? How's it going?
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was that, but at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself?
Turning it on.
How could the bucket have betrayed
Boom.
him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly, silly birds.
What
The control
hell?
buttons became active again.
What is going on?
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions.
There's so many bird
I've known
videos.
this all along. Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Well, that's good. Well, that's good. Yeah, I'm doing good, Gab the Cheese. I'm doing really good. Thank you, man. Right, this is tripping me out now because there's still balloons.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
There's still
Stanley
balloons.
decided to go to the meeting
And there's
room.
still a
Perhaps
bucket.
he had simply missed a memo. Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
What the hell?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
How are you, Gab the Cheese? How's it going on? What
And
have you
here it
been up to?
was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No.
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Why can we get up here? What? Oh my god, no way. What the hell? Look at this. I found another thingy.
Another miniature Stanley
Oh my
figurine.
God.
This, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another
Stanlerines.
Stanlerine under your belt.
What the hell? There's a truck down there and an open door. Can we get down? Not that way. Holy cow. What's this then? What the hell is this? Where the hell are we? Just me and a bucket walking. I don't know where we are. There's loads of cassettes. What the hell is this place? It's dark as balls. Oh god.
Okay, this is day number 295. Take number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes.
What?
The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up.
Nice one, cheers.
No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense.
It's just a bucket.
There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it.
What's this going about? Who is this?
It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket.
What?
But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get me. What's that? Who's there?
Gambarata. Oh, well, that's terrifying. The hell? What the hell?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What? Figurine Finders Committee meeting today in the meeting room. What on earth is going on? I'm leaving the bucket. Leaving it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I should have bought the bucket. Should have bought the bucket. There will be a reward for finding them all. Oh my god. Trust the completionist instinct. There will be a reward for finding them all. What? Inside of a sequel is a large room, lots of boxes, stairs, something to do with stairs, somewhere both red and blue, nearby a fireplace. Stairs, red and blue. What? Stairs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
There's one.
Okay, I'm going back to
This
the name
is
of these
awesome.
little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic
This guy.
sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1?
This
Let
guy.
me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
There's only 2 more to find. I feel like there is going to be a reward.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be
Oh, we're going
fired
to do
for
this
that.
again now.
And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His
We've already
boss
done
would
this,
think
haven't
he
we?
was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
So
What?
we've done this one. Can we choose to reset it? Yes, okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps the confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Let's go.
Stanley clutched the
Let's go.
bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
I really want to find
And
these
here
things.
it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Never
I
mind.
really want to find
The
these
bucket
things.
was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room. No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go
Right, this
somewhere
way.
else.
Let's go.
The cargo lift, yes. Good, said the bucket.
Can we go
Now
on
ride
this?
the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do. Stanley
we
did
get
not
on this?
question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk.
I don't know
But
how.
Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him,
think we can
and he
walk
unthinkingly
off
did
onto
whatever
there.
the bucket asked.
But we're going to go this way first, I think.
In here, said the bucket. Go into this dark room over here. Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Okay, let's follow the bucket. Oh yeah.
Now pick up the
Schweppes.
phone, said the bucket. Pick up the phone.
I can't remember what happened to this. The bucket wants us to do it now.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket.
Oh my god.
Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
This is nice. Holy cow, look at this. There's the bucket. Hello Stanley, it's me, your bucket. Take me to work.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Take me back home.
Lately,
home again.
I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well?
Alright.
To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Holy cow. That is a holy cow. Press triangle to go back to work. Alright.
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Don't listen to the loud man. Press extras to go back home. Oh, see.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid
Got a
hunk
picture
of
on the
metal.
wall of a bucket.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny
I'm
bucket.
hooked on the bucket.
Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
Yeah, it does, yeah. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press triangle to go back home. Let's go back home.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket.
Oh, the
It's
TV.
just a little more,
Jeez, that's
what
bright.
am I trying to say? Sturdier.
TV,
More
the
capable
bucket's
of
watching
transporting
TV.
liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
To relive the same day of me over and over.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket? Oh no. I'm having feelings for the bucket. No.
Where the hell is
What's
it?
going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket?
Oh my
Hear what the
God,
bucket has to
this
say.
is
Do anything
so
it asks.
weird.
What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now. Give
Jesus.
it or I'll...
Jesus, that is horrific. What is going on? Go back to work, Stanley. Okay. Okay.